Good afternoon, my fellow crafters. I wanted to do a quick flip through of a journal that I just recently created. First of all, the journal has 4 signatures. It is a little over 200 pages because in the signatures there's a total of 13 pages, but then they're folded in half and then plus front and back. So that's how I'm counting that. I use a fabric cover. I also made a charm for this. This is like the second charm I made and the first one I've made for a journal. The fabric I actually got from Goodwill. It was like $3. It was like some random panel that was there and is absolutely beautiful. They had a bunch of them there, but I figured let me just try it and see if I can work with material, and it worked out well, so I'll probably go back and get some more. The journal itself is 8 3/4 inches long and 5 3/4 inches wide. And then again, the spine is 2.5 inches or 2 3/4 inches. I think it's about 2.5. It's also a hidden spine because what I found is that this cover I handmade with chipboard, and the chipboard and the fabric is so thick that I couldn't get my awl through it. So I just had to use like a thinner piece of chipboard, and I sewed the signatures onto that, and then I glued that inside of the book. I use Lynn Phelps's kit. It's called Vintage Spring Part 2. That's the kit I use throughout the book, and also with the journaling cards. She has some beautiful journaling cards to go with it, and the kit itself is just gorgeous. I love using it. You can find that at her Etsy store, which is Paper Life by Lynn. I know I had put out well, I didn't. I posted a question, and I asked, many different crafters of crafting friends. Excuse me, cannot talk right now for some reason. Their opinion on what I should do about this inside cover here, because this paper I use is Tim Holtz's paper, and it's from his wildflower paper pad. And I didn't want to cover the whole image with the pockets. I just wasn't sure. And so many of you had suggested doing like a corner pocket, which I ended up doing a corner pocket right here. So I liked how it came out. There's plenty of space, to put something there. So that's what I ended up doing, and it preserves a lot of the image. And I did this on the front cover as well as the back cover. Okay. I also made these little butterfly stamps. Well, I didn't make the stamp, I just stamped them on the paper, and I kind of, grunged them up, made them look more vintage, and I put little butterfly quotes on the back, so whoever gets this, they can read those quotes. Also, I curled this paper clip. I got this idea from watching one of Tracy Fox's videos, and I know she got the idea from someone else that she had mentioned, but I can't remember who the original person was. But I figure I tried it, and it's much easier than I thought it would be. I also put some pearls on the paper clip to embellish it a little more. So as I said before, we have 4 signatures in the book. Each signature has a pocket on the front, and then there's a pocket on the inside, and then there's a pocket on the back cover on the inside. All of the signatures have about the same type of pages, so what I'll do is I'll just go through one signature, so I don't take up so much time to going through all of them. So the first thing we have here is that this side pocket, and each pocket is done in a different style for the most part for the signatures, but they're big pockets, and these are some of the cards from the kit, from Lynn's kit. I have this tag here, which is from her kit. You can write on the back if you want to, or add something else different. Here's another little journaling card. I just did a lot of sewing. There's a lot of sewing in this. I like that process of sewing. I think it makes journals look even more special. But if you don't sew, it's just perfectly fine, because I've seen many journals where there's not a lot of sewing and the journal is just beautiful. It's just my personal taste. I added this here on this card just to decorate them a little bit. I also made, and one of these is in each signature. I got this idea from Mrs. Cog, and basically what she did is that she embellished this paperclip with a piece of canvas, and she sewed around it, and then she added some things here on the canvas. I use muslin. I think any material will be just fine. You get a little strip of it and sew it around. I'm going to attach it to your paperclip. I curled this paper clip as well because I just like that look. I think I'll probably do that with all my paper clips from now on because I do like that look. And how I curled it was I just took a pair of little bottlenose pliers. It's like the stuff that you would use in making jewelry when you're bending the wires and stuff. That's what I used to do this. So, or used to curl the paper clip. So I decorated the piece of muslin here. I just used different elements, you know, to kind of represent the things going on inside of my journal here. I used a ball pen. I added some beads to that to make it stand out a little more. Also, each signature on the middle page, it has lace. So I just thought it looked cute. It's just a nice little separation. I kind of like things not to look the same, but have like some sort of a like balance, I guess. And so that's why I did it this way. So each signature on the middle pages, they have lace sewn on them. Also, I included long strings, you know, here. And I like the long strings. I know not everybody likes the long strings, but whoever gets this journal, you know, you can kind of do what you want. You can always cut it, make it shorter, or leave it long and add something. Choice is up to you. Also, I added 4 tabs. Here I have some lace. And this is vintage lace that I got from antiquing with my husband a couple weeks ago. A lot of fun. I'm so happy he went with me because I think I wore him out because we went to several different stores and he was so sweet and so patient, you know, because I know that's not his favorite thing to do, but, you know, he did it for me, so I was real happy about that. So this idea I got from Mrs. Cog. She embellished her pins here, her safety pins. Now the pins that she used did not have this little curl here, so she was able to add a lot more beads and stuff. This is a type of safety pin that I had in my stash, so I figured I'll just use what I have and make it work, and here I made it work. So I added some beads and then a charm in the middle, and then I kind of ran it through the lace, and then I sewed the lace onto the front of the signature, and each one has that. And just I kind of did a little different with the coloring and the charm, but they're pretty much the same thing. I do like the look, and again, I got that from Mrs. Cog. The video I watched by her was called 10 different ways to use beads in your junk journal, something like that. So it's probably under her recently uploaded videos. So I do like how that came out. So for the pocket here, on my first signature, I had a book that I got from an antique store a while back with flowers. They had images of flowers, the description, and then the scientific name. And I thought it was the cutest book. And so what I did was I cut it up and I used part of it to make this pocket. And I still have a bunch of it left, but I'm just saying I used part of it to make a pocket up front. And then I used part of it to make this little card. I thought it was just really, really cute. And then, of course, this card here that I made is from the kit, Lynn's kit, that I use throughout my journal. So looking at the pages here, got the peacock. I love the peacock. These pages are lined, so I think that's beautiful that they're lined because, you know, if you want to write, you know, sometimes it's easier for people to write on lines. Sometimes people can write straight without lines. I also use stenciling throughout. I've seen stenciling on many videos. I've seen it with Mrs. Cog. I've seen it with Tracy Fox. I've seen it all over, you know, YouTube and the junk journals. And I just love it because I think it just adds an extra special element to your journal. Again, this is a page from the kit. Now I actually printed these out on my tea stained pages or my tea dyed pages. I can't remember. I think the kit itself, it's darker. The pages are darker. So even if you print it on white paper, you're still going to get the dark color, which I really like that. You still can get that vintage look without having to use, you know, your own tea dyed papers or, you know, using ink to make it more vintage. This came from a book that I have. It's a rose book. And what I did was I used washi tape to combine two images together because I didn't want to fold the image in half. I wanted the full image there. Again, this is more writing space. I didn't include a lot of pockets or tuck spots inside each of the signatures because I really wanted to preserve it more for writing or memory keeping or whatever you wanted to do. But there's still, I think the pockets that I created are big enough to where you can add more things if you so choose to do so. This is from a little butterfly book I have. I thought that's really cute. I like those little books. I've been having a hard time trying to find them. I wanted to find some more, but for now, this is what I use. Again, this is from the kit. Tea-dyed pages. This is music page. More. And then this is the image from the one book from 1929. I did the same thing here. I attached two images with the washi tape so I can add the full image. I didn't want to fold it in half. So I think that's just so pretty, so vintagey. More stenciling. Again, I like the stenciling aspect in journals. I think that's cute. And then here's the middle. And this is images from the kit. This is from one of those flower books. I just thought it just adds a little extra something to the page. And I have the other side of the flower images, which are really, I just love that. I wish I could find more. I found two of them, but it'd be nice to be able to find more of them, I think. And then this is the music page. And here's a fold out. Each signature does have a fold out. And a great way to write on the fold out is you just kind of turn it in like that and you can write there, right there. So I understand, you know, obviously you want to be able to write in the journal. So that's a way to be able to do that on the fold out page. More images. This is, again, is from the kit. I like the combination of the lined pages with the pages that don't have lines. I mean, I think you can really work with that. And then this is the rose image again, a different one from the same book. And then you get the little college rule lines. And then this is from the actual kit. This here is like a table runner that I found when I went with my husband to Antiques. I have a bunch of it left, but I just like how it just makes this big, nice pocket that you can add other stuff to. On this one here, I embellished the tag a little more, and again, you can write on the back. And then I also have this tag that I embellished. Well, it's not a card. Well, I guess like a journaling card that I embellished as well. And one thing that I really like, particularly about the kit, let's see if I can find this here, is that she used mason jars. I love mason jars images, and I just thought it was cute, so I decorated it. You know, I sewed around it, and you can write on the back of it. Nice big floppy pocket for it to go into. And then here's another little embellished paper clip that I used here. Also, just wanted to mention this. This I made with the cards. Again, these cards are from the kit. And it's just like a, you know, a journaling card booklet that I made. So you can use the front to write on the back, and it's like a little booklet. You know, if you don't want to do that, you can always take this off. I kind of included like a little charm to go with it. I just thought it was just a nice way to utilize the cards. And of course in the back I have the corner. We can see that here. Hopefully I'm in frame, but I have the corner pocket that I did in the back, just like I did in the front. So I appreciate you all taking a look at this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you so choose. I really appreciate you just simply watching the video. I mean, so I appreciate the support. I think our community that we have here is just a wonderful community. Everyone supports each other and stuff. Oh, I have book corners. Almost forgot about that. Added some book corners, the front and the back. But anyway, thank you for watching. You guys have a great day.